Hello everyone, and thank you again for joining me on Brainbang TV. And this is again the daily show that we're going to be sort of gathering some data alongside the strategy that I put out on first videos. And as usual, we're going to be doing two free spins today, and then recording that on the journal, as you can see in front of me. And then we'll take it from there. So far anyway, we've not had any losses for about 10 straight days now. um, Fingers crossed that will remain the same for an extended period of time, but that's the whole point of what I'm doing here. Is I'm trying to prove whether or not the strategy has longevity in it, and whether or not it would last for a whole month or even a whole year, working out the way it is. So that's what we're going to be testing out on this. And as one of my viewers kindly noted yesterday, someone left me a message and did point out a very good point, which is something I was kind of aware people would notice about the strategy, and that is the fact that it really does take one loss to wipe out a lot of the hard work gains that have been put into work over the last few days, or however long the winning streaks have been going on for. So that it's not the best of things, and that is one of the reasons why I'm actually doing this journal, to prove whether or not the strategy would work well in the long term, with regards to the fact that yes, one loss can wipe you down, but guess what? If you did it for an extended period of time, would it work in the long run, or will you still end up with the same result of being always on that downside? Now, as I mentioned to my viewer yesterday, or the person who left me that comment, I kind of let them know, or I informed them that what I was planning to do to sort of resolve that was to bring out this new daily challenge that I'm going to be starting off hopefully tomorrow, and I'll be bringing some videos for that. And the challenge essentially deals, or tries to resolve, or tries to resolve the issue when it comes to one loss losing most of those gains. And I'm going to try and explain to you how it is that it would work when it comes to that. Now, ideally what I'm planning to do from the next sort of challenge videos that I'll be releasing is to do a combined version where I'm going to have multiple platforms like I have at the bottom here, although this video is mainly focusing on one platform and one board. But what I'm going to do is combine a bunch of platforms, so 5 to 6 platforms, and then do exactly what I'm doing here, only for 6 platforms at the same time every single day. And the reason I'm doing that is solely to account for this actual main flaw with the strategy, which is it really does take one loss to wipe you out. So that's what I'll be bringing up, and hopefully the idea behind the multiple platforms is to sort of the same way you would say that the phrase goes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's kind of like that. So when one of the accounts is having a bad run of spins, then guess what? One of the other 4 accounts or 5 accounts will be able to cover the downside of that one account that's having a downside. So essentially, in the long run, what would happen, or what I would like to see in those multiple accounts, is a spread out of risk between the 5 accounts. So when one goes down, the other climbs up, and when the other one goes down, the other one climbs up. They kind of keep each other afloat, because essentially what I think would happen, or what should happen, is because there's 5 accounts, you should see 5 separate results. So they're gonna greatly differentiate themselves in the results they display, because guess what? I could have one day of winning on one account, and then that would lead on to multiple days of winning on the same account, and then whilst that's winning on all those days, I could have one account who's had 2 straight days of losses and continuous 10 straight days of wins. So those there would hopefully account for this big issue with the strategy, which is it takes one loss to wipe you out. Now, just look out for those videos, guys. They'll be starting to be released from tomorrow, or the day after, depending on how I can get myself together in time for the action, really. But in any case, let me just fill this platform out and get cracking with what we're here to do today, really. So I'm gonna fill the platform in the same way I do with you guys every day, so you see exactly what I'm doing. So the date today is the 26th, right? And this is day 12. So we've got 26th of the 1st, 2020. We're doing 3 spins today. Pardon me. We have a starting balance of 54.20. And let's go over to the platform and just give that a go. So we're doing 3 spins today again. My favorites are still there. I'm just going to turn this down. Turn this right down. Right, so we'll take a spin after this spin, and we'll take it from there. There'll be 3 spins involved, trying to eliminate all possible all possible self-judgment associated with the betting. So subjectivity is something I do not like playing with when it comes to betting or anything involving my money. I like to take subjectivity out of it, and that is exactly what we're trying to do here, guys. All right, so I'm just going to make this full screen. Alright, I'll go 27 and 35. I didn't really mean to click on that. I was trying to click on something else, but do you know what? At the end of the day, you just got to take the spins as you see it, really. And this is officially the first spin of the day, guys. So we'll see what the outcome is for this today. Well, I was actually going to pick 3 for my last spin, and that was neighbors to 35. Look at that. So you do get a lot of neighbors. There is some luck involved in this, guys. There's definitely some sort of element of luck involved, but the reality is we're working with probability, and if you think I've left out 2 numbers on that board and the 2 numbers are so far away from each other, they're literally on opposite ends, so 12 to 6 o'clock. If you looked at the roulette wheel as a clock, basically. So I keep them so far apart from each other, and essentially that's what I'm hoping would then help to account for those bad times, really. So I'll 10 and 25 with this one for the last spin of the day, guys. I've had a couple neighbors come in today, and yesterday actually, funny enough. So the last few days I've been sort of lucky because I've had bets that should have lost on and sort of came on neighbors. 3 red again, imagine that. So that's the thing, guys. I do have 3 on one of my selected numbers here. If I look for it real quick, I'm sure I got 3 here. Where is my... There we go. So I didn't pick the 3, lucky for me, because we had 3 come up in, twice in that 3 spins. But anyway, that would be where we end this for today. I'm just gonna fill this out real quick, and then we can end it for today. So we made 60p today again. And this is 54, 80, and I'll just make that green. And that's it for today, guys. And if you'd like to join me tomorrow for some more episodes of this, I'll be trying to restart from where I left off on the virtual roulette board. Also gathering data on that. And the main point of gathering data on the virtual roulette board, I'll be honest, is not to make money. My The only reason I'm collecting data on the virtual roulette board is to prove to the general public that those virtual machines are not cut out to make you money. They're just designed to make everyone lose money. So the sooner people, the general public, tend to understand that, the better they can then move on to either playing on a live dealer where the odds are just down to the machine and the circular ball, and nothing to do with any algorithmic AI or anything remotely close to that on the background, which is what you get on the machine roulette games that you find in any or your local bookies you'd walk into in Coral, or online, and or the virtual roulette ones that doesn't have a live dealer. That's how they work on the background, and that's why they always seem to spit out winning bets that are next to neighbors to your biggest size bet on the board. So guys, just bear that in mind. And I'll be continuing to bring you more episodes of this. If you like what you see, or find any of this informative, do leave a like and share button. Do leave a like on the video, and do subscribe to my channel if you do mind. And look forward to releasing the videos with the combined platform coming to you shortly. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.